it's time for me to give my thoughts on that One Piece greatness. No, this shall not be a review, just some things I like to point out that I find pretty special, actually, within the chapter. First of all, I gotta say it was a great chapter. Let me get my introduction out the way. The guru of Squad 00. The assassin like no other. Yes, I'm the best at what I do. And this was a special chapter. Because I told people, even before Oda, before, golly, I'm thinking Hunter x Hunter and One Piece did too much greatness this week. Regardless, yes, I caught up to Hunter x Hunter, the Hunter x Hunter manga. For you Hunter x Hunter fans that are also One Piece fans like yourself. You know, I knew before Oda, before the chapter was released, 749, I said 750 is gonna be special because it's chapter 750. And let's just pause to recognize the milestone that's been made. Now, other manga have made this long, but not many. And not many have been this long running with this level of success, with this amount of quality, mind you. Wow. Now, like I said, it wasn't the greatest chapter ever, but it was a great chapter nonetheless. It had significance. It had the hype factor. I mean, when you look at it, it was definite plot progression. And the interesting part about it was Luffy wasn't even a star in this. I think what we saw Luffy one time throwing a not even a jet Gatling, just a classic Gatling gun, like we reminiscent of old times, right? We see, I thought that was quite interesting. Well done by Oda. We see Robin. I think we saw Robin. We saw a bit of Usopp. Usopp's A-OK. Talk about that One Piece durability, especially that Usopp durability. He's good now. I mean, he's not good enough to fight, but he's good. Robin's A-OK. They're all there. Might as well just get this out the way really quickly. The political side. Now, I have stated, whether it's in live streams, hangouts, and in my Magi video, I talked about the messages that were sent. Ishiro Oda does it. He did it this chapter. I mean, you got Shinobu Otaka and Magi the Labyrinth of Magic always doing this. Definitely Yoshihiro Togashi does it a lot. The dude who writes Shingeki no Kyojin, aka Attack on Titan, he does it. They be sending messages. Sometimes Kishimoto does it. Kubo occasionally will do it. You feel me? Mangaka, they be sending messages. You got to critically think. You have to use logic, reason, facts, and evidence. You have to analyze. This is literature. They are presenting things. They're presenting concepts and things. Now, it's not just for entertainment value. You got to look. Some things are just entertainment, but they're doing deeper stuff. Oda's done this time and time again, especially throughout this arc, the political side. And this arc, clear, point is day. Because what did King Riku say? He's like, yo, how can you trust these cats? They're pirates. Talking about the Straw Hats. Viola, aka Violet, she says, wait a second, wait, pause. Time out, pause for the cause. Look at what the world government's been doing. And we see clear to clear, even though Fujitora wants to change things, you feel me? Clear as daylight. It harkens back, because Firefish Drake, shout out to him, even though he's retired from YouTube, it is what it is. He was right in saying, remember what Fujitora said about, the world government being the cause and being itself involved. Its lack of action or its action. Its inactivity and its actions have led to the tragedy that's happening currently on Dressrosa, right? According to Viola, she clearly states, she goes, this pirate, talking about Doflamingo, Heavenly Demon Don Quixote Doflamingo, aka Joker, was given the title and given rulership over this island by the world government. They are the ones responsible for the tragedy on Dressrosa, currently. That's massive. She said the Straw Hats at least are about the hearts in their hands. They're about what they're about. There's no doublespeak, no hypocrisy, no two-faced nature with the Straw Hats. Especially with a leader such as a freaking monkey, Straw Hat Monkey D. Luffy. He want a lot of nonsense. Nah. He's about what he's about. And that's pure and simple. One of the sides of Luffy. Okay? That was significant. The political aspect. Thank you for Oda for dropping that in. I found that phenomenal. Another point. It's a minor point, but it's an important one. How is this fight between Senior Pink and Frankie gonna go? Now I'm definitely intrigued. This is about round two? It's either round two or round three. Round two or round three, excuse me. Don't get tongue tied on me now. How is Frankie literally gonna beat Senior Pink? Now people wanna say, Senior Pink took pretty much no damage. Neither has Frankie. But this man, Frankie used the radical beam. Senior Pink took that point blank because he was protecting his Nakama, his subordinates. And he's good. He's good. Like I said, just suplex Frankie. How is Frankie supposed to beat this cat? It's gonna be a very interesting fight. Very, very interesting fight. It's gonna be. I'm actually kind of stoked to see that. What's gonna go down? So something to consider. Give me your thoughts. Legitimately, how's Frankie gonna beat Senior Pink? Because right now, I just can't see it. It's just one of those times. It's not hating on Frankie. I think it's just a bad opponent for him. But considering it's hand to hand, it's great. I mean, if Frankie had better observation hockey, if he has observation hockey, which is a good possibility, but if he had better, he might be doing better. But we'll see. Some Kuda bursts. He better be pulling out some rockets and jump. I'm just saying though. Some machine gun. I don't know. Whatever. What else? I'm trying to think back because I did read this chapter on Wednesday. So, I mean, before I get to the ending, let's see. The rest of they're going in, dog. IDEO. Dudes, do not sleep on Destruction Cannon. Okay, this dude. Now, Cavendish is that dude. Don Jinjiao is that dude. You got Admiral Olympus going in, and I keep saying, like, these dudes are important, as I've stated before. Not just, they're going to be important probably as allies, but also they're the couple things for arcs ahead. For their homelands, for some, and then other involvement in the world. Now, we haven't seen something interesting. We haven't seen that bounty hunter in a while. So, we'll see what happens with him. Because he had information on Impel Down, escapees. Also, Impel Down, on the side note, what was so special about Impel Down? Was it because of C-Zone? Was it because of Carl Secchi? Something I hope Oda clears up. I mean, if he did, please tell me, because I forget. But anyways, well, back to Frankie. Frankie's he was trying to bust in through the door. And he would also had to deal with freaking Diamante and Treble. Did Sabo deal with the weapons factory? We don't know yet. We don't know. But the dwarves did say they were going to go into the Smile Factory and try to rescue their friends. They're going to need some help. I'm just saying though. But I guess maybe Kairos. Kairos may be coming in. I just started Kairos is by himself. And I still do have him for New Nakamura. Okay? Yeah, man. Kairos' Straw Hat, definitely. To me, pretty much 95% possibility at this point. He going in by himself, and people are attacking him. They don't want to do what they say, but they're trying to stop this stuff with Doflamingo and Kairos being understanding cat. But the one leg, man. Freaking man. Kairos, dog. Kairos. Undefeated gladiator. 3,000 fights. I say more. Man, phenomenal fight. And also I was talking about King Riku. And some of these kings and stuff later, like, they're gonna be powerful. So King Riku, remember, Dressrosa is practically the beginning of the New World. So, for example, the Shogun of Wano country, and I think above Admiral, possible Yonko level. I was about to say the king, the giant king of Elbath, maybe Yonko level. Okay, I believe there's other Yonko level dudes, whether in the world government and some of these other cats. Now the reason, and I do think Wano country is under Kaido, because Kinemon and Momonosuke, every time they hear, first of all, how do they know Doflamingo? And every time they hear about Kaido, they're freaking scared as hell. They're terrified. So there's a reason for that. But why would you say, if the dude's that powerful, why would he? Because his nation. Like, come on, it's Kaido. And he's a Yonko. You gotta be smart about these things, okay? But what was I about to say? Oh yeah, the dudes going in. I keep saying this. Luffy needs, to me, at least 2 more fighting styles, okay? I love his freestyle fighting, don't get me wrong. But it's not gonna get the job done against somebody like a Blackbeard, end of series, and definitely Akainu. No. I still say at least basic swordsmanship. At least. And I'm saying, yo, the Triple X boxing tournament, I'm so stoked, yo. Oda wouldn't put that in there. Luffy to become king, learning like Idio's freaking explosive boxing. Oh my gosh, come on. Because I do believe Zoro and Sanji also will learn other techniques as well. Other fighting styles. But yo, I'm telling you, man, let's go. But let's see. We didn't see Zoro versus Pika, which I found interesting a little bit. But we'll, you know, in time. What else did we see of the chapter? This is significant. A lot of talk. Trying to remember. Think back and remember through the chapter. But the only other thing that's of significance was the ending. That hype, though. I know that's Sabo hype. Now, dude's gonna want to go, but we haven't yet to see anything. So let's hold the horses. I didn't catch Vice Admiral Maynard at first. I did look back. Dude told me, and I did look back. I saw him. But you got two Vice Admirals and Admiral. Admiral Fujitora, Vice Admiral Bastille. I think Sabo is probably going to take on Vice Admiral Bastille. But even if he clashes with Fujitora, first of all, they ain't going to have an all-out fight. If they clash, it's going to be a few clashes and then, you know, then whatever. I mean, Fujitora is asking him some questions. It's in Fujitora's nature. But the thing about it is, if they did have an all-out battle, it's going to destroy the island, clearly. You feel what I'm saying? And dudes want to give me he's above Admiral level, he's Yonko level. Like, come on, please. It's till further notice, he's Luffy level. He's on par with Luffy. Sorry, I can't go otherwise. But I am stoked to see it and talk about Luffy's older brother. And people go to get used, hype again. But again, Ace said the same jump. So Sabo may die. Possibility. Not now. Possible future. We'll see what happens. Not saying it will. Not saying it won't. It's a possibility. But yeah, man, that was hype. That scene was beastly. And we see that he put fire on his pipe. So it's very interesting. He did pull out a pipe. You know, so he's taking it seriously. You could say he's alone, but I mean, who else is really going to be with him? Luffy's tied up. You know. Oh, and oh yeah, another thing. They're trying to get the key to Law for the handcuffs. So, you know. But once again, the Luffy versus Doflamingo fight is postponed, and it makes one because I was considering this. The thing is, I think from here on out, I'm not saying like Hunter x Hunter kind of strategy, but I think there will be strategic fights. I think the fights will be real, will be possibly gory. You know, they're gonna be some beastly fights from here on out. That's the fights of significance I'm speaking of. Like, for example, Luffy versus Doflamingo. If Sabo and Fujitora really went in. But also, I keep saying this. Vice Admiral Bastille. Bastille is a freaking monster. I'm telling people, we have yet to see what this man can do throughout the series. This man's a monster. And one does not simply have a mask like that and not be beastly. I'm just saying. But those are my thoughts on this One Piece chapter 750. What are yours? You know, phenomenal. The ride's been going on, and I just expect, you know, this is gonna build on. And if Dressrosa's like this, what do you expect out of the other arcs? I mean, come on, it's a new world. Unexpected one to like, comment, subscribe, tell me your thoughts, and until next time, y'all have a beautiful day, beautiful night, peace.